What's good, beautiful internet people? It's Meech. I'm back with y'all again like I do so often. We're here to have a little chat. Hope y'all have been having a swell day. You look good. I just want you to know that. Keep grinding. I see you working. We all are. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic in gaming that I think we're a little past due having this discussion, and that is on wokeness and DEI in gaming. Now, this is a pretty controversial topic, not only in gaming, but pretty much in a lot of other industries and society as a whole these days. Now, first, in order to even have this conversation, we should probably define what these terms even mean. Now, let's start with wokeness. This term has pretty much been bastardized from its original meaning and is used commonly as a pejorative in many senses now. However, this has not always been the case. The term woke was originally and is still used to describe being awake and aware of societal and political issues that Black people go through in America today and historically. This term has also been extended to a broader use within the context of other marginalized groups being aware of these societal and political issues as well. Now, DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion, is another term that has been getting a lot of traction these days in a lot of conversations. And this is just pretty much what corporations have been doing, these initiatives that they've had. And it's pretty much just saying that they have policies and practices that create a welcoming and inclusive work environment where everyone can feel valued and respected, regardless of their background or characteristics. Now, you may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with gaming? Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to have this discussion, which that's why we're here. If you spent any time or a little bit of time on the internet, you've probably heard these terms used in that negative way that I was talking about. These terms like clockwork appear whenever in a form of media somebody that's Black, a woman, a person of color is included in the cast or in any way, shape, or form in the project. Now, I think this became a lot more common when social media became more popular and like everybody was trying to get clicks and this you're in this more reactionary time. So I think these are used to kind of evoke emotions out of people and to kind of provoke a reaction in a sense. Because a lot of content creators and other pundits online have use these terms to explain why gaming is supposedly dying in modern times. Now, I really just want to take a little time to unpack this narrative because it absolutely makes no sense at all to me. I'm not convinced that games are dying because of a focus on diversity in any way, shape, or form. Historically, the gaming industry has been dominated by white males. A report published in 2016 by the International Game Developers Association found that people of color were both underrepresented in senior management roles and also were underpaid in comparison to white developers. This exclusion and underrepresentation can lead to blind spots and stereotyping within game development. So as gaming has evolved over time, more and more people from many different backgrounds have started to not only partake in the hobby, but also participate in its development. On a grand scale, these huge AAA publishers and developers want to make product that is going to reach everybody, and that is for one purpose and one purpose only: to maximize profit. Pretty much all of these major developers are publicly traded or owned by a company that is publicly traded, and they have investors that they have to answer to. And this is at whatever cost necessary. The success of live service games like Fortnite or Destiny have prompted other companies to attempt to develop their own unique product to maximize their profit from consumers. It's worth noting that many games have also become quite predatory in their use of microtransactions, battle passes, and other monetization strategies, even going back to the early 2010s. I mean, some of my favorite franchises of all time have been butchered by this practice. I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto. I'm talking about NBA 2K. I'm talking about Call of Duty. These games are pretty much just money-making machines for these companies, and that's all they care about. The product is really an afterthought. It's really just what way they can make the most amount of money out of people, and that's going to be these battle passes, these skins, all this cosmetic stuff and stuff that does not matter that you would get in the old games for free by just playing the game. People often point to diversity and inclusion as the reason why gaming is dying instead of focusing on the actual issue, which is the crony capitalism and greed that pervades the industry. It's all too common that when games come out now, people quickly try and create narratives and push clicks and outrage, especially when the game features any marginalized groups that they can blame. It seems like white males are seen as the quote generic or quote default option in games when it comes to characters or experiences. I really wonder sometimes, like, if games like Tomb Raider or Metroid came out to like as a new game in today's climate, would people still say the same thing? Because literally half the time when people are arguing that these games are woke or they are including people for no reason, it really has nothing to do with the game. You're just calling a woman ugly, or you're saying that she's not attractive, or you're saying, why are you including this black person in this game when it's not doesn't need to be, whatever that means. So it's like there's no consistency really in the argument, which is why I even wanted to define the term first, because whenever you say woke, it's like everybody has their own definition when it's really been twisted and changed from what it originally meant in the first place. I mean, these characters being women does not really change the gameplay and story in most of the entries, but what people say that they are pandering to women and alienating their male audiences, I think when it really comes down to it, we all kind of want to be pandered to in a way. I mean, everybody likes to see themselves represented in the things that they see, the media they consume, the games that they play. I mean, it's kind of how society has made so much progress over time when it comes to civil rights and public sentiment changing on a lot of issues. And unpacking how the media can shape and foster this type of growth is a whole nother topic that we can have on another day's discussion. Honestly, when it boils down to it, games have just gotten bigger, they reach more audiences, there are more games for more types of people, and some people, a small minority has a problem with that for some reason. That they're not the only ones pandered to. Every game doesn't include somebody that looks exactly like them or has their exact whatever, and that somehow games aren't political or games are political and woke now. When, I mean, we're quoting some games like Metal Gear Solid, and people are saying these games were never woke, and I'm like, have y'all even played these games? Like, BioShock is not woke. Like, the whole game is a commentary on capitalism, and it's just like I said, I could have a whole other discussion on this. I just kind of wanted to touch a little bit on this because, like I said, it's just so common now that this is the discussion we have a lot of times when games are announced or come out, is like not the merit of the game. It's like, how woke is the game? And I really just hate that. I hate that for y'all. I hate that for everybody, honestly. And real quick, y'all, I just happened to be doing research for this video, just trying to get my feet wet into the other side of the argument. And I just happened to stumble upon, like, there are literally Steam groups on PC where they'll literally have, they'll like target games for certain things that they consider woke. There's also a whole website with a whole ass URL completely dedicated to DEI detected. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? I just wanted to show y'all some of the games and what are the reasons why they're considered woke or have DEI. And it's really not funny, but it is, because how much time did you spend on this website? Like, it's a nice little it's basic, but it works. All right, let's just start with the obvious, Concord. I mean, of course, Concord kind of flopped. We know that. It was stupid. Like, they just tried to shoehorn a new, like, Guardians of the Galaxy type of game. But let's see what the reasons are. Okay, so first point we see, since it first got revealed during the state of play, the game doesn't make any mystery regarding its DEI influence. I mean, the effing robot has pronouns. Bro, what do you mean? Like, who cares though? Y'all act like y'all are scared of a part of speech, a pronoun. This man has used like 3 of them in this sentence. It is a pronoun. I is a pronoun. You're using them right now as you're talking. Look, and then the next point. As always, we have forced diversity and a bunch of very uglified women. Like, what are you on about, bro? Ugly women? I mean, sure, that's a subjective take if you want to have that argument. But why are we measuring the value of something by how attractive they are in the game? Moving on, because I'm about to have a headache, bro. I'm about to have a headache. I'm about to really like crash out. Let's see something else. Let's see. All right, we got Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's see why. Well, actually, let's go to Rebirth. Why is DEI detected? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Why is DEI detected according to DEIdetected.com? Let's see. First things first, Square Enix is a client of Sweet Baby Inc., as you can verify in the screenshot below. Okay, because they used a consulting group to help them create whatever they used them for. He doesn't even know what they did on the project, but solely because the consulting group was used, they're woke. Okay, buddy. Okay. And of course, because they have a pride initiative, it automatically makes the game DEI detected. It makes the game bad. Like, why are y'all like this? This warped mentality led to a very forced diversity in FF7 Rebirth. As we can see in the screenshots below, read the caption. A totally out of nowhere casual conversation between two gay guys, as if you couldn't see that in the real world. Like, you wouldn't see a couple interacting in public. Like, what are you talking about? He's not gonna say anything about any other fantasy elements and stupidity that goes on in Final Fantasy. And I love the game, but why is this the issue that you're pointing out? It's so telling that you're just a weirdo. Like, go touch grass. Like, seriously. Let's just find one more just to round it off, because 3 is a magic number, because we need some magic to help some of y'all get through whatever y'all are going through, bro. Let's just look at Silent Hill. Silent Hill. Why is DEI detected? Well, one of the most critically acclaimed games last year, mentioned by another consulting group, and they're automatically writing off the game as woke or DEI. Sick. It's sick work. Y'all are weird. This is weird. This is weird. It's just nasty work. Bro, they got this man. This is the last one, I promise. This is the last one for y'all, I promise. Why is God of War Ragnarok up here as DEI detected? Let's just I want to take a wild guess. I'm gonna guess it's probably a consulting group or the black girl being Angrboda in the game. It's one of those two. If I just know it. What I tell you. Featured on Sweet. You know what? I'm done. Y'all, please just like. This game was so good, and like, why even care about what consulting group was on this game? Because they obviously are involved in good games, and they might be involved in games that flop, but that's the nature of the industry. Like, it's probably consulting groups that worked on games you love that you probably wouldn't agree with everybody that works there. It's probably people that work on games you love that you don't agree with their politics or their whatever, but you still like the game. It's just like, I don't understand why people have to have this closed-mindedness about a lot of things and don't want to ever see the merit in any other argument or any other like point of view. And it's really just sad that it's touched on one thing that I love to do constantly, and that's gaming. And I really just hope we change this somehow. And I just hope that me kind of talking about this and a lot of other people, I just hope we start vocalizing this, because a lot of stuff is just getting said by certain people, and it's just like, it's so stupid when you really boil it down to its core form, and it's just stupidity. But that's all for me, y'all. If y'all like the video, please leave me a like. If you're new here, subscribe. I love seeing that subscription bell go up, and I love building the community. That's what I'm trying to do this year, build this community up so we can continue to have these videos and continue to discuss. And also too, if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments. Am I tripping? Do I have even if you don't agree, do I have some type of point here? Like, let's just agree to disagree, but come on, like, this is just getting out of hand. But let's talk about it in the comments, man. With that being said, I'm out. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. And in the meantime, stay frosty, my friends.